Okay, let's get into it, YouTube. So, update on the kids. I don't even know where to begin. Well, I guess we can begin with that whole story with the kids, the awards that I was nominated for, the whole nine. Pretty sure everybody who's watching this video is very aware of all the stuff and all the media attention, everything like that. So, yesterday, a journalist put up a story basically discrediting everything that I said happened. Took me by surprise. I was a little pissed off. I contacted a few people. They say, hey, don't worry about it. He's just a hater, blah, blah, blah. But one thing, and then I started getting comments left and right. Oh, you're a liar. The whole story is a lie and stuff like that. Not true. So what ended up, I seen this guy, I guess he had emailed me like 2 or 3 times prior, but his emails went to my spam. I didn't get them. And then I got a random email from this guy with the news article, and it was just like I felt like he was just trying to tear me apart. So then I get a notification from another YouTuber who dropped a video, and she was pretty upset. Her channel is called Down the Rabbit Hole, and she made a video basically going off of what he said, saying that it was a lie and stuff like that. I was pretty upset about that, because everybody who knows me and follows my channel is predicated off of the simple fact that I do not tell lies. I am a truck driver that works for whatever company I'm working for at the time, good, bad, or ugly. I give it raw and I give it real. That I am very transparent in everything I do. So it was a little out of the ordinary with the kid thing. So let's dive into that. So the guy in the article said he reached out to I can't even think of his name, the public's information officer down in New Mexico, because that's where this all happened at. So I reached out to him today. I didn't talk to the guy Ed, because I was pretty busy with, dealing with the TCA and Fox News and all the stuff like that. I reached out to the public information officer, and me and him, we had a nice long conversation on the phone, and he pretty much broke down to me why things happen the way they happen. Now, with that being said, I've said this plenty of times before in interviews and comments and everything like that. What I put on YouTube was simply predicated on what I was told by the police at the scene and what I saw. Okay? Now, keep that in mind. What I seen and what I saw. What I seen and what I was told. Okay? So, the night of everything happened, right? I followed the car. I seen the kids getting in the back. Now, there are some question marks in this story. I'm not going to dig into it. Y'all want to dig into it? Have at it. Okay? Because I asked the guy on the phone today, and he didn't really have answers for it either. Okay? He had very limited information, but he did clarify some things. So, when I saw the kids getting in the back of the cage, or the back of the thing, the pictures all over the internet, y'all tell me what y'all think. I saw them getting in the back. The 4 little girls that were getting in the back, I saw more kids in the back, okay? So that's where the number 15 came from, all right? Because I saw more kids. If you look at the picture real well, if you can blow it up and zoom in, you see the hammock hanging across, and you see the shoes all over the bottom or whatnot. If you go to Down the Rabbit Hole, she just posted a video today, and she kind of blows up that picture, so you can actually see a little bit more into there. Now, if you want to get the body cam footage, I haven't seen it. I'm going to try to get it, and I can share it with the world or whatever, so that way, just to kind of clear my name of everything. But this is where the question marks come in. So, long story short, I call 911 because my thing is, if you see something like that, you say something, okay? If you see these kids getting out the back of a pickup truck Okay, whether it was padlocked or not. Okay, it was very dark. It looked like she was putting the padlock on to me. All right. So when she puts the kids in the back, there's still a door that has to be closed with some kind of something to secure that door closed so it's not opening while she's driving. Okay. So therefore, she still put some kind of lock or whatever to secure the door. Okay. Because if the kid's back there at the time, think about this. Put yourself in my shoes. As a truck driver, I'm looking at this stuff and I'm seeing this. I keep telling everybody, if you see something, say something. This goddamn dude with his lights. You know what I'm saying? So, if you see something, say something. Now, with that being said, you know, I don't feel bad about what I did. I don't feel bad about anything that I did. Because in my opinion, either you're on to something and you're right, or at least have the police check it out. That's the point I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we get behind, at the scene or whatever, the state police pulled the car over. At the time, when I first arrived on the scene, there was no other police right away. I pulled up behind, about 50 feet behind the trooper, as I didn't want to get involved. And then all the other unmarked cop cars came out of nowhere. Now, when I asked the public information officer about that, he didn't know. He still to this day, and I quote, he said, "I don't know who they were. I don't know what agency they were with. They were just backing up the trooper." Okay, because we were in the middle of nowhere. And then more troopers arrived, and then by that time they were like the guy, when I got out the truck, he told me what he told me. And then specifically he was like, yeah, we pulled them out and we separated them and we were talking to each one of them. Their stories aren't adding up. Something's not right here. And, you know, all that good stuff. So they asked me to leave the scene because they didn't know the severity of the situation. Now, I'm going to try to speed this up because I don't want this to be a long video. So, what the public information officer told me was, okay, so what the guy, Ed Payne reported, yes, it only ended up being, supposedly only ended up being 4 kids in the back. They were coming from Mexico going home to Arizona. And he told me, he said, what people don't understand is, when they arrived on scene, it looked exactly how I said it looked. It looked like somebody may have been kidnapping these kids. They didn't know what was going on. He said they didn't know anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes what was going on. I was already gone by that point. You know what I'm saying? So, because when the trooper pulled him over, it was maybe 2 minutes and I pulled up behind the trooper. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he told me, he was like, and I explained to him what the one officer said. He said but the only thing is he don't know who they are. He don't have access to any body cams or any footage for them because he don't know what agency they were with. So, and then, you know, because they weren't in charge of the investigation. He said to make sure to mention that the state police were in charge of the investigation. The officers that I spoke to that told me to go ahead and leave the scene were just backing this officer up. Now, I leave the scene. I never hear from nobody. I don't get an update. They don't call me. They don't tell me nothing. And I guess the reason why they didn't call me and tell me anything, because it ended up being nothing. Okay? So, I put this stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? The video, whatever, trying to solely show what happened that night. Because that's not something you run into every night. That's number one. And then number two, I'm like, hey, you know what? This would be a perfect time to spread awareness. Like, hey, if you see something crazy, say something. Whether it be right or wrong, it doesn't matter. You're not at fault for reporting something wrong that you see. And now people are like trying to say, oh, you're a liar, you did it for clout. I didn't do any of this for clout. I didn't do any of this for attention, none of that. I was a small YouTuber, like I said, that's basically out here that was tired of getting screwed over by trucking companies. And because I'm actually with a company now that doesn't screw the drivers over, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why my channel started growing a little bit more and more and more. But, you know, now, like, I was kind of feeling like yesterday, like, damn, I shouldn't even say nothing no more. Like, if I see something, I shouldn't even say nothing. And that's the problem with the world. Nobody says anything. If they see something wrong, say something. You get what I'm coming from? Like, so he told me the reason why the officer told me that stuff, and that he understands why I was told what I was told, was because of the simple fact that, hey, they didn't know what was going on. They seen what I seen, and their minds went completely to where my thought process was. If you were in my shoes, you would have did the same thing. If you were in my shoes, you probably would have thought the same thing too. You know what I'm saying? The point is, and then to top it off, it ended up, what if I didn't say anything and they got on the highway, they get sideswiped by a truck, they blow a tire, and then that truck rolls over, them kids be dead right now. You get where I'm coming from? So I still ended up doing a good deed. You know what I'm saying? Okay, people are upset because they weren't kidnapped kids, but is that really something to be upset about? Actually, we should be celebrating. Hey, you know what? The bittersweet part of this story is the kids weren't kidnapped. They weren't kidnapped children, because apparently that happens all over the place. Everybody keeps talking about something Sounds of Freedom. I don't even know what that is. Apparently it's a movie that just came out. I don't even know nothing about it. People think I did it for that. I haven't even seen it. I don't even know who's in it. I know nothing about it. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to clear the air with that. Down the rabbit hole. I want to thank you for the video you put out today, because it did rectify kind of what yesterday, what the point I was trying to prove. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what was going on. You dropped that video yesterday, and I didn't know, you know, at first I didn't know what you were really, like, where you were getting all this information from, because I had just got the email and didn't even realize it. So as far as like any accolades or awards or anything like that, I think the TCA is I think they're still thinking about giving me an award. I'm not sure. But as far as anything else, man, it wasn't for profit or nothing. I haven't received no money for this. I haven't, you know, nothing like that. I didn't try to embellish the story for clout or fame or anything. Like, y'all got to understand, like, the interviews that I have done or whatnot was simply because the TCA asked me, hey, we got a lot of people reaching out, national media and stuff like that, you know, and this is the biggest story at the time, because I didn't know anything. And I thought, hey, maybe they, you know, did some research. They got more pull than I do. You know, they're a big organization. So I'm thinking, hey, they gave me the award for the Highway Angel, and, you know, somebody did their research or something, right? So maybe it was bigger than I thought it was bigger than, you know, or maybe it was exactly what I was. But nobody reached out. New Mexico State Police didn't reach out to me. I didn't hear, like, you know, nobody really started asking for specific detailed information until like Fox got involved and stuff like that, because they was going to give me the Fox Nation Patriot Award and stuff like that. So I had, you know, like I said, man, I was completely in the dark with all of it. I was just going with whatever interview people wanted me to do and stuff like that. But long story short, the kids were not kidnapped. There were not 15 kids supposedly. I seen more than 4 kids in the back, but they're saying, you know, when I mentioned that, it kind of got brushed off. It was like, well, what did he say? He said, well, I only have what information is in the police report. So I don't know exactly how many kids were in there. I don't know. I'm not going to get into all the conspiracy type stuff. But a lot of people were saying in my comments, people were saying, hey, you know, maybe, you know, the police are involved. Look, I'm pretty much done with this at this point. This is the last video I'm going to make about this. I've already talked to Mother Trucker. We're going to rectify some things to get the word out there, to clarify this, to clean the air, so that way he doesn't get a bad rap. I stay I stay in the clear with all of it. And then, hey, whatever happens after that happens after that. I'm not going to be replying to a lot of comments and stuff like that. So we're going to leave it at that. But there it is. That's the update. The kids weren't kidnapped. There was a mother and her 4 kids going home. Okay? She had them in the back of the cage. She shouldn't have. She got a boatload of tickets. And that's that. Period. I went off the information I had. I'm sorry. I apologize. I get in front of it. I take accountability for, you know, what I put out there. But You got to understand, like I said, I didn't have much information to go off in the first place. So, that's going to be the end of that. I'm going to go watch the football game because football season started. Y'all have a good night. Be blessed. And if you see something, say something. Good, bad, wrong, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you see something, please say something. Because you're not going to get in trouble for doing your due diligence and being in the... You never know whose life you may potentially be saving. Okay? That's the point. You see something, say something. If it happened right now, okay, I would still say something. I would do something right now. I would say something. If that car in front of me right there was stuffing kids into the back of their damn trunk, I'm calling 911, period. Because it's something that's out of the ordinary and shouldn't be happening. So therefore, there's your update. Now, please, can I go back to making my videos about trucks? Because this is really tiring. Anyway, I appreciate everybody. Thank you. If you hate me, you hate me. If you love me, you love me. Whatever. I really don't care. Everybody knows I don't care about your opinions really too much. So, but one thing I won't be called is a liar. I'm not a liar. I reported what I saw. I reported what I had. So therefore, I'm done. I'm out. I'm over this. It's a wrap. I'm not making no more videos about this.